Alert. Excessive combat activity will put unacceptable strain on your body.
Shut up!
Negative. This support unit is assigned to Yorha Unit 9S. As such, being concerned for said unit's well-being is a requirement.
Whatever.
So welcome back to Nier Automata. I was trying to level up with A2. However, when I was going into the amusement park, it did a little switcheroony on me, and now I'm 9S again. So, we are fighting through the God Box, trying to get to the top, see if we're uncovering any more disastrous memories of 2B locked away, and making 9S insane. So let's find out. As well as it being incredibly dark in here, actually, can I get him to fire at me? Come on. You might see now that all enemy bullets are now a meal, because why not? Unfortunately, my bullets aren't. Oh, powerful. Yeah, you level up. Still not quite good enough. Hell. I have tried to do the trials. I can't remember what level I'm on now, but I've only got a few left, if anything. But I'm currently doing like level 90 enemies. I'm currently 61, so yeah, it's taking forever and it's not working out great. Ow. So yeah, as we've seen so far, the things that are being brought up are, well, quite dense, and 9S is on the verge of having a breakdown. But after everything that he's had to witness and go through, do you really blame him? But either way, he could be handling things slightly better. Okay, I'm wondering why that guy up top has a, well, top hat. Are they going to try and fly away? Oh, that's an explosive. Yep. These enemies are annoying because they try to run away constantly, so you can't ever actually get in range to do normal attacks. I know I could hack them all, but I'm bored of hacking now, so I want to actually do some fighting, as it were. Well, this is going to take forever if I do that, so... Now, I'm not sure if I prefer the Emil Head black and white aesthetic over the bright orange and purple whatnots. I kind of think it's better. I still don't really know the purpose of these towers, or who built them, so I would like to have some sort of closure on that kind of knowledge. Oh, well, this is different.
Model 210. Operator? Oh no. So this operator model is...
Affirmative. Operator 210. Volunteered to undergo Type B equipment transition during previous descent. Sent to front lines as Unit 21B. Recorded as missing in action 4 hours later.
No.
Well, despite them being MIA and having the virus and everything, at least they didn't get blown up. So you can maybe say that's a positive. Now, was it 21B that, not 21B, Operator 210 that liked 9S? Because we either are going to have to murderize her to death, or there's going to be some sort of saving, in which case we'll be like, ah, cool, there is a way against the virus. I wonder if all of these towers, they're going to have a way of bringing back. Actually, but oh damn! I was going to say actually before I do that, see if I can actually do anything by going up to her, but too late.
Operator!
What's behind here? Is there anything I can do to this wall? You see, what I find funny is that there's like hacking into the mainframe thing, which we can then access memories and whatnot. Or there's this kind of generic hack which just does damage and maybe we can subjugate them and whatnot. But
location specified. Please keep reserved. Mission related. One affirmation. Well. Supplies.
Shit.
okay, so does that mean that she has a consciousness still alive in there? She's just not in control of her body. In which case, all of the killing to death we did of the other ones that are under the virus. Whoops.
Friendly. To be with. Please. Kill.
It's these kind of revelations that are going to be quite big and like.
Just wanting a family.
Well,
So lonely.
pull yourself together then. It's just a bit of impure code. Ow. Ow. Seems a bit overkill, but the only person to double tap so far.
A2.
2B told me. She told me she wanted you to become a good person.
You... Don't you dare talk to me about 2B!
Dun 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 dun. Forceful switch again.
Analysis.
Where's my weapons?
Unit 9S is still alive.
Oh, there we go.
Query. Why would Unit A2 be concerned with the status of Unit 9S after turning on your HUD?
Shut up!
Who's this August guy, and why does that one have a bucket on its head? Why do they all have buckets on their head? What's going on? Why won't you lock on? God, that's annoying when... Seems a bit nasty after they were prostrating. But as what you reap what you sow when you actually try and fight against me. So, yeah, I'm not exactly too saddened by the loss of that robot. If you don't attack me, you don't die. Am I supposed to advance this loading screen? Yes. Acknowledged. What's the matter, Pod 42? This protocol is not an interface intended for conversational use. Acknowledged. However, this pod has confidential transmission for Pod 153. Understood. Begin transmission. An error has been detected in the transmission network between Pod 042 and Pod 153. Hypothesis: said error is fragmented data caused by deterioration of the transmission environment. It may be so. However, it may also not be so. Message unclear. Clarification requested. After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon... Have I just messed up the word phenomenon? Phenomenon. An unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query. Could this be our will? Unknown. The definition of will is unclear. Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination. Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful mission fulfillment is all that matters. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end. Duty. You sounded like an android just there. Agreed, but just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our creators. Perhaps. Perhaps. Pod 153. Do not die. The concept of death has no meaning to tactical support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 042. Yeah.
Physical check complete. Memory check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate. Good morning, 9S.
Good morning.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location was deemed too dangerous, thus said unit was transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator Model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Oh. Situation report.
Tower access authentication key acquired.
Yay. At least it all wasn't for
Number
naught.
of authentication keys have been acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
Good.
Why is it these zombie models or machines here, some retain some level of consciousness and they still don't attack? Well, I wanted to see the collapsed tower for myself. Yeah, that looks like a collapsed tower. Can I actually climb it or do anything? No. Well, things have now reached the point where we are... What was that shadow? Is it the shadows from the birds all the way over there? Huh, anyway. We've now reached a point where we're probably going inside this big old structure to find out what the hell is actually going on. So, let me just open this chest and then I will do that. Okay, actually I'll go have a look at all these sub-towers then, I guess. There's not enough time to clear out all of the black dots, unfortunately, but oh well. Let me in! Okay, so I'm guessing this is like, you can't get in until you do all the mini ones? I want to do the mini ones first, even if it's not that. I'm in! You know, I should really get something for doing all of this, but we'll find out. If we find out later that doing all of this actually just increases the danger, I wouldn't exactly be surprised. Okay, what was with that being so easy? Oh well.
Congratulations! You've unlocked all of the touch units. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower. We look forward to serving you.
Yay! I did it! I got the special prize! Oh.
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way.
Does it? Oh, it does deplete. So I have to continuously hack.
Damn it! They won't stop coming.
Yeah.
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies? Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you.
You're gonna run past here.
The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Hurry up while they fend things off.
Devila? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
I do like how the AI was just running in circles while they were waiting for an enemy to drop. But I would also really like all of this loot. And the experience points, but oh well.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
It's a good thing they're only fighting low-level enemies and the standard, like, non-actual scary variants. Hang on, is there a time limit? No. Ah, cool. I can destroy all of these blocks. I can take a nice leisurely stroll through this hacking routine. So, finding out what's inside this tower is either going to be more what the hell is going on questions, or there's going to be a lot of things which make a lot more sense. And overall, I think it's... I'm going to say there's going to be things which I have suspected, but I can't confirm. But that doesn't really help me with anything. Also, I wonder what my special prize will be. I'm looking forward to my special prize. I have to be careful though because I have no health. Okay.
This barrier.
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit this self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
Because that sounds like a good idea.
Going in at all.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
No, don't. You can't do anything. The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm.
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Throw him inside!
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
Alert! Data records discovered for units Devila and Popola. Do you wish to open this data now? I mean, sure, why not? I'll forget otherwise. I want to know their backstory. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popola models, are defective. Record transitions to in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Deviler and Popular models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair, and because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Watch out. No, obviously, be more panic in that watch out, but whatever. Deviler staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popular. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Deviler grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Deviler's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, Oh, it's a choice. Replace the bandage and hope for the best. Do we have the time? Is this a time significant thing? As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools, none of which are easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Deviler, that wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologise, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I will make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologising? We both apologise while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has been some way to prevent relapses. Deviler's sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Deviler crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay, I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When we first assigned, When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now, my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popular and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. "I'm glad you were with me," murmurs Popular. "I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone." "We were able to endure because we had each other," I softly reply. "Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they were made a twin model? Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel?" I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden alone. "When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city," she says. "Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon." "I pray that's the case," I reply. "Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through." "Don't worry. It's going to be okay." But it wasn't. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Deviler and Popular models from another town. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Deviler loses her balance every now and again. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. "Is your leg alright?" "Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine." She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet, she continues to smile. Also, I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. Is that a right sentence there? I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and... Oh, I get it now. That's when our resistance allies injured her leg, right, when they attacked her. Okay. I took it as if the resistance, one of them hurt their leg as well. And it's like, oh, this also happened, but no. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled. And all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in the old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day of Project Gestalt's collapse. On the day Project Gestalt... Wow, am I reading? All due to the actions of Deviler and Popular models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Deviler and Popular models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight. And with enough of them combined, that weight eventually became a boulder. Emotions boiled over. Remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fate that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and the scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution. But in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister, Devla, met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red, and then she smiled at me. "It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do." But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I was simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devon and I left town the same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. So I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we had left. I smell rain in the air. We continue to march. Sometimes we hear animals, howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we are not them. We are not the same. We are who we are, and that Devla and Poplar were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devla being hurt. I wanted to shout at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devla. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly, but that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright, as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together and try to retain heat. It's cold now. Much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet, I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and support Devila's body. As long as we have bodies to support one another. As long as I have someone with whom to share my fate. Then I will press on, no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future Android production designs. Following the incident, the Deviler and Popular models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behaviour, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
The fact that...
Why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
It's a lot bigger on the inside. It kind of looks like the world that Adam created. Hang on, are they clouds down there? That thing's upside down. But yeah, 9S understands the reason why they prefer death over being alone. Which is kind of a good
Corrupted Yorha units.
growth thing, I guess. How are there corrupted Yorha units in here? Were they allowed in, or did they like? Well, they should have been able to find their own way in if it took me so much trouble to get here. Damn it, I got through the big one to find my end at that one. If you hadn't have attacked me, you wouldn't now be vanishing on the floor. This I don't have to pick it up thing is actually really useful. I'm happy. I think I might fight the last one. Oh. Well, that wasn't difficult.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Who's this voice and why are they so cheery and annoying? You see, I both love and am somewhat confused by the world design here, but dark all of a sudden.
Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you!
I would like to know if there's any significance in the actual eye coverings that he has. Well, but all androids wear. Other than just being a design thing on the developer's part. Stop running around.
Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
So he'd rather kill to be himself rather than letting anyone else do it. Which I can kind of understand how he feels like that, but... I wonder if it will use my special ability immediately after this. No, cool, I still cool. Keep it. Can I at least get an attack out, please? I know that this weapon is a really slow... Why are you stuck in the corner? Hello? Oh, okay. Ooh, there's a box.
Alert. Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?
Get away. Whenever you hear ominous beeping, it's probably best to step back. That's why whenever I get a text, I throw my phone across the room.
The structure known as the tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
I wonder if we'll see Devil and Popular. Oh.
A2, right? We went ahead and opened the tower. 9S is already inside.
I see.
Damn it, Emil! He ruined the
We
atmosphere.
went ahead and opened 9S is...
I see.
Say... Did we
Redeem yourselves?
manage to help?
You did.
8, we, 9...
I see.
Well, I don't get to answer that question. A lot has happened in this world, hasn't it? A lot of things
This
as...
is a Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
You know what would be funny? If all of them weren't actually affected by the virus and just 9S has lost it. I'd kind of admire if it did that kind of storytelling.
What's the purpose of this structure?
Unknown. Proposal. Gather additional data.
Someday I need to teach you how to be helpful.
I'd have expected from an explosion there to be slightly more charring on the floor. I wonder if we can actually just fall to our deaths over there. Oh, I see items inside. A library? Yeah, a library.
What's up with this place?
Hypothesis. It is a representation of a library.
What's that?
A library is a data storage facility constructed by past human civilizations.
I mean... yeah. I'm guessing this is something to interact with. Yep. Can I not use these ladders? I want all of the items just here, and then I'll have a look at what these glowed points
I
are.
suppose we have to hack in to look at the data, yeah? Help me out, Pod.
Affirmative. Hacking interface access rights granted to Yorha Unit A2.
Peachy.
Yay, A2... Jesus. A2 can now do, don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Situational hacking. There we go. So she can hack, but only when there's certain constraints in place. Good thing that wasn't timed. Oh, look at that. Library index. Adam unit storage record. Eve unit storage record. Yorha communications. Interception. Okay, so whatever this place is, it was working against the Yorha. Well, we kind of knew that one. I wonder if there's any dates and times on these as to when these were. Animal species preservation, plant species preservation.
This tower looks like a data gathering system for the machines.
What the hell? These are the bosses that I've fought. There's the Goliath thing, there's the big ship, there's the opera, there's the worm, which is, I think was like Adam or Eve. No, it was Eve. The ball, all the Yorha people that I've killed. Huh. Even the Forest King is there. Is this just a representation of what we've achieved? Odd. And at this point in the game, I think it's just a kick in the teeth to give us a small recovery. Ah, it was that what we've got to destroy. I wonder why they're big blocks by themselves. But why are these things in place here if it's meant to be like a security system, but there's no timer on it, so we can just walk around destroying everything? Outline predicted human server infiltration route. Dummy projection installation map. Genetic storage warehouse location information.
These records are from the human server on the moon. The machines hacked that deep into the system, huh?
And this one is just an entire field of the black boxes, then it's not really hidden as which ones you've got to destroy, because they're massive in comparison. Class 1 patient, Yona. Chest x-ray, no abnormalities. Heart echo, no abnormalities. C1, continuing chronic renal failure. C2, convulsion seizure in the diaphragm. C3, no vomiting, 4 mg luciferase. Preservation plan. The patient's condition makes further treatment impossible. A report will be submitted to the maintenance committee detailing courses of action in the event of the patient's death, following primarily on how the information will be manipulated with respect to the origin. As backup in the event of a sudden worsening in the patient's condition, she is to be assigned 5 additional doctors. Identification required. Is this like the whole...
Records on old humans. Damn it, this is useless. There's too many of them. What's that?
Yeah, we got to do that first. Is this like how everything is done to protect someone's daughter, and then everything went wrong?
Number 2 in Project Yorha. This data.
He's got no arms. Or arm.
I can't stop. I have to keep fighting.
Alert. Virus detected in locomotion region. High probability that infection source is transplanted parts from corrupted units. Proposal. Hack into self and eliminate virus.
On it.
Why did no one else think of hacking into themselves to get rid of the virus? You know, of those that were actually capable. Huh, why is there another path over there? And no, I don't complain. I talk about this white square that I keep seeing. Why was there a white hexagon?
Virus eliminated. 95% of functionality restored.
That's good. I've got a lot of reports to read eventually, don't I? I'll go through them later. Let me know if you want me to actually read them properly or just read them in my spare time.
Yorha Unit 9S. Welcome to the tower. Welcome to the tower.
You bastards!
Because you made it this far, we have a special announcement just for you.
We'll reveal it once you destroy all the machine life forms here.
Okay, doesn't seem like it's an actually difficult task. They're level 50 on... I'm, what, 62? Yeah. Just don't drop all of the coins and stuff off the edge, please. So, we're advancing the story quite a bit here and learning quite a few things about various... Did you just blast me? About various machines in the past and whatnot. Eventually it's going to come to a... Ah, cool. EMP blast. Eventually it's going to come to a point where we actually figure out on whose side we are and realise that this entire fight, this entire war is completely pointless and it's just people getting the wrong end of the stick all the time. Like most arguments and stuff throughout humanity.
You did it. Now let us show you what we promised.
Top secret Yorha disposal.
This is Project Yorha. That means all of us. To be...
Now you know everything. Do you still wish to fight? We are conceptual human personalities created within the machine network. We cannot be destroyed. You're Unit 9S. Your attack is meaningless. Your existence is meaningless.
Shut up!
Well, technically, yeah, they can't be destroyed, but if the network is taken down and all the servers are destroyed, then it can. Okay, here we go. I'll read this one because it seemed like it's a huge turning point, so... Oh, crap. The following materials document the final stages of the Yorha project. Note that this information is classified to level SS, meaning that it must not be disclosed to anyone involved in the Yorha project, including the commander of the bunker. Project 03 Disposal of Yorha. The back door of the bunker has been set to open once the time approaches to the switch to the new models when enough combat data has been collected. The bunker will be disposed of by having it deliberately attacked by machines. At this time, all materials regarding the Yorha project, including this document, will be lost, and falsification of the information that mankind still resides on the moon will be complete. Huh. I guess that would be kind of heavy, knowing that your entire existence was completely pointless. What? We're going against flight units now. I would call it an end because I've been playing for quite a while now, but I don't wanna. Could I not just be allowed to have a flight unit? You know, this would make this entire process a lot faster. How much damage does attacking it do? Please don't die over there. I need you to not die, sir, because I need all your stuff. But if this place is throwing all these androids at us, does that mean it's got the replication available so we can make new, like popular and new 2B and whatnot? Oh, just throw me into a boss battle without giving me any time. Cool.
Who are they?
Because of all the sparks, I wondered if it was, you know, that, like the robots who are shocking you if you get too close. I can't see. But I will get out of there before anything happens. When it jumps. Can I go back and get that item I see? Probably not. Unfair. Elevator, I'm guessing.
Damn it!
Alert. Enemy hacking detected. Proposal. Retreat immediately.
When I heard that alert, enemy hacking detected, I was like, hang on a second. Oh wait, what? Now we're not going top down? I thought we were hacking into pod.
Who are you?
Good to see you again, number 2. Or should we call you A2 now? This does bring back memories. Though to concepts like us, time has little meaning. Still, when we wiped out your forces, it made quite the impression on us. You're attacker model number 2. An experimental disposable group created as a test lab for Project Yorha.
Shut up!
Oh, they do actually attack. Okay. I'm going in for the bare knuckle beatdown on these. Is this just a battle of attrition? Because I've got enough healing and...
Didn't we say that you can't kill us?
Damn it!
Wow, they are spawning quick. Oh, we're not getting any experience for it. If we got experience, then I'd love this part, because they're easy to defeat and...
Proposal.
What now?
Utilize the enemy's logical learning function to formulate a weakness.
I don't know what that means!
This pod has serious concerns about Unit A2's cognitive abilities.
Shut up and explain it already!
Said strategy would interrupt the enemy's logic circuits, causing a computational delay.
Meaning what?
Do not destroy the enemy.
Huh?
Striking at the logic circuit requires a certain number of enemies to remain extant for a certain period of time.
Oh, what the
So
hell?
basically overload the system. Yeah, I did think about not attacking them when they were all going up, but it was fun. There was only a few ways it was going to play out. Either do not attack them, which, yeah, whoops, or there was going to be a...
Consciousness data saturation rate 30%.
or there was going to be just timer based. But why would it continue to spawn and like purposely or accidentally
Consciousness data saturation rate 60%.
damage itself? Whoops.
The androids the human race left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. The machine life forms the aliens left behind acted as if they wanted to be human. We resemble each other so, but we are networked, and thus we are superior to you.
Hypothesis. The enemy's defensive system is prompting an evolution of its logic.
Foolish androids. Why do you resist? All things end with accepting death, do they not?
Ow.
Consciousness data saturation rate 90%.
We are one, and yet we are many.
We are Legion.
We are the embodiment of the perfect being.
Hypothesis. The enemy has become aware of the diversity of life.
I see it. The light. We move on. Forward. To the future.
Consciousness data saturation rate 100%. Hypothesis. The enemy's consciousness has begun to fracture.
We need more evolutionary pressure. If we allow this android to continue living, we can create even more hardship for ourselves. Overcoming the crisis this creates will present an opportunity for our kind to evolve even further. We disagree. This android is dangerous. It must be destroyed immediately. Those who would doubt our victory are enemies. Do you truly think you can win?
What the?
Now that is a face.
The saturated consciousnesses are now in conflict with each other.
They're acting like humans.
Ow, don't bring me into it. You win! Do you want to know what your prize is? Don't start attacking me. What did I tell you? Well, it looks like we don't have a winner. This is our express route to, hopefully, more knowledge. Quite likely, death. Oh yay. And you've got full life again.
Seriously still kicking?
Speculation. It is driven by remaining data located within enemy servers.
So this just keeps going until I kill them all?
Ow. You are... I would like to destroy the... that thing? Oh, I can. There we go.
This is messed up.
What a weird... Yeah, I'm questioning the same thing.
It appears to be a leak of the enemy's past memories.
Okay, now we're switching to 9S. There hasn't really been a good time to like take a break in the past while, has there? It's all been rather interesting. So, yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have played Nier before, you'd understand why I don't want to stop playing. If you haven't played Nier before, hopefully you're intrigued as well. Are we sharing the boss encounter? Whoops. I gotta start playing this like an actual bullet hell then, don't I? Ow. 63! Nice. I don't know if I'm still going to be able to get into the challenges after this, but it was going to be next to impossible at my current level, so without spending a million years grinding for that one purpose. Oh, I've still got this, don't I? And that did nothing. Nice. So, considering their like network and everything, I'm guessing that Adam and Eve are still alive because their consciousnesses would still be in the said network. I'm wondering why they haven't been annoying or present. It was the cult that was saying all of this god stuff, wasn't it? Whoops.
What's all this junk?
Speculation. It is a resource of some kind.
Used to make what?
Unknown.
I mean, all of the robots can't just appear out of nowhere, so they've got to be built somewhere. But they're all in such disrepair that the production of them is probably stopped a long time ago. So this tower is using the scrap for some sort of purpose. If we saw like brand new, pristine-ish robots appearing in the wild, then we'd know for certain. But I forgot that the flight suit has the like roll capability. I'm annoyed that they can't get. I can't get close enough to actually do damage. Oh, I can jump. Does that? Yeah, I don't know if I can actually hit them with my square attack. For this Ko-Shi robot thingy, whoops, I mistimed that. The fact that I do damage to it and then it regains the health for the next phase is only slightly aggravating. Ow! Don't start me off being attacked! I wonder if I can use this to... Great. No. The thing is, my A2 version of the fight does so much damage that it just switches over like practically instantly, which I find funny. Ow. Ow. Ow! Whoops. Am I not meant to have, like, done so much damage so quickly? Because it's swapping through them quite fast. They probably should be dead by now if it was legitimate, instead of the weird health numbers that this game does sometimes. No, it doesn't count. If it flies up like that and does a ground pound slam attack, why are we even, like, what the hell? We're in that one for less than, like, a second. Why don't we, yeah, fly further away from the building? Oh no, they're gonna have to work together! Ow. Ow. What was that? Was that an EMP? Yeah, it's the shock thing. So now you can't actually get in close to attack. Oh, I'm 9S. Okay, I'll hack it. I thought I was A2. Unless it's continuously swapping me between the two characters again. Yes, it is. Fun. Jesus! I mean, this is kind of cool because no one else has really... Well, as far as I can remember, no other kind of game has really attempted like this whole switching the functionalities of who you're playing as mid-fight, like couple of seconds. But now are you going to put aside your differences? Because so far everything has been about fighting.
This tower is a giant cannon that's aimed at the human server on the moon. If we don't do something, all of humanity's remaining data will be destroyed.
So what? None of it matters. Or didn't you know? We aren't required in this world anymore. Humanity is extinct. That moon server you're so worried about was invented to give us androids something to fight for. And Yorha was created to perpetuate the lie. But in order to make sure no one ever learned the truth, we were designed to be killed. They built a back door in the bunker and programmed it to activate after a certain amount of time. The commander, me, 2B, sacrificial lambs. All of us. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't it make you laugh?
9S, we...
Shut up! You killed 2B. That's all we need to kill each other.
2B hated to keep killing you. It caused her so much pain. The 9S type is a high-end model. They knew you'd discover the truth eventually. But the model designation 2B was just a cover.
Huh?
The official designation is 2E. Number 2 Type E. They were a special class of members designed to execute Yorha units. But you knew that, right, 9S?
Shut up! Shut up! What do you know? You don't know anything at all about us!
Proposal. Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational.
153. I order you to halt all logical thought and speech. This order shall remain in effect until you confirm the death of either myself or Unit A2.
And so, make your choice. I'm going to leave it there. If I have to fight through this entire thing again, then so be it. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you want to see more, let me know. There's been a lot to think about in this one, so get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.